Every man turn to his own people and flee every man to his own land. Every one that is found shall be thrust through. Notice this. Every one that is found shall be thrust through. And every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Notice verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. What's it going to do to anybody that sees their children dashed to pieces? What are children doing here during this great tribulation? What are children doing there? Does God hold anything against children? I believe children are innocent. But what are children doing there during this great tribulation? And their children also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. It's going to be a separation coming on. And, you know, the judgment of sinners is not until 1,000 years later. You can read about that in Revelation chapter 20. The judgment of sinners is 1,000 years later. They don't have their resurrection until 1,000 years later. Sinners. Sinners has their resurrection and their judgment about 1,000 years from now. But yours is right at hand. Your resurrection and your rapture is right at hand. And now, with the coming of the Lord, there's going to be a separation of some people, the goats and the sheep. And he judges these goats and sheep, and they're called brethren. If you read it closely, they're called brethren. I believe in reading it a little bit closer. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory. He's already been here 1,000 years whenever the sinners are judged. You'll be priests and kings with Christ for 1,000 years before the sinners are judged. And when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, somewhere about now, or close to it, you know, in the areas of it. So this is not talking about 1,000 years later. It's talking about when the Son of Man comes in his glory. The Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. He shall sit upon the throne of his glory, and before him shall be gathered all nations. All nations. And now all nations are gathered before him, but the sinners are not judged until 1,000 years later. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on the right hand, and the goats on the left. And then shall the king say unto them on the right hand, Behold, the day of the Lord cometh. It's talking about the Lord's coming. So this is talking about the Babylon of the end time days. And notice the problems that's going to be going on with Babylon of the end time days. Verse 1, And the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos saw, did see, lift ye up a banner from upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones, for mine anger, the wrath, it goes on to say it's the Lord's fierce anger and wrath.